We did our presentation over head transplant.
So the purpose of the presentation was to connect our belief to the interactive substance of dualism to the case study of head transplant. Not whether the transplant will work, but rather is the body in control of the brain and mind, or is the mind its own entity and will go wherever the brain is, no matter the body that is connected with it. Physicalism, the definition of physicalism is the doctrine that the real world consists simply of the physical world. So there's no so basically, there's no mind or consciousness. It's just all physical, physical brain, physical body. So this is the state that everything takes a purely physical state. By transplanting the brain, you're just changing the physical location of the brain into another body. It doesn't change your consciousness because physicalists don't believe in consciousness.
Right, so idealism is the state that everything resides in a mental form. So if you transplant the head to another body, his consciousness will remain the same. It states that everything takes into a purely mental form. Thus, by transplanting the head of someone into another body or someone else would have no effect on his consciousness.
Dualism is where we believe, a dualist believes that there's more than just one thing. There's two things, such as a physical body and a conscience or mind. So how it applies to our case is if the mind is in the brain and you just transplant the head over to a new body, you're just changing the physical body, not the mental. So it'd be the same mental, just different physical.
And emergent property and panpsychism means emergent property, you're waiting for to see when you get consciousness, and panpsychism is pretty much saying that consciousness is always there and it's been there since the beginning of the universe.
Interactive substance dualism is they believe that there's two entities, not just your mind and body. It's where you have your mind and your physical body, but they interact together. They're their own entities, but they interact. So how it applies to the case, like we've said before, is there's a head transplant, someone wants to do a head transplant, and we're applying it to our case by, if you remove a head and transplant it to another body, you're removing the brain as well. So you're removing the consciousness or the mind to a new physical body. And we believe that it would still be the same consciousness and mind, just on a different body.
So these are our objections to those statements. If there really is a distinct entity in which reasoning, emotion, and consciousness take place, then it should not be vulnerable to pathology or physical brain. So the response to that is, so you're going to go on to the next slide? Yeah. Okay. The response to that would be basically looking at water. You would just see water, but you wouldn't see the inner workings, like how it's made of H2O or CO2 or all of that.
Another objection would be our mind does not control our physical body, our physical brain. The brain is part of a physical body, therefore our body controls the brain. That is an objection to what we believe. A response to that is our senses cannot fully be comprehended by the physical object, so transplanting a brain into a new body would only change the physical, but not mental process, meaning that we do not agree with our brain does not control our mind. Our brain is our mind in a sense, that they coincide together.
So, the next objection is the objection of Churton's theory of evolution. Basically what it says that if evolution is certain, then there would be no reason to invoke other substances, like physicalism and mentalism. So an argument to that would be there's no tie to consciousness. There's no tie that connects consciousness as a byproduct of evolution.
And our last objection is explanatory importance of dualism. And our response for that was No evidence that consciousness is by a byproduct of evolution.
That's it.
We're excited. Woo.